So let's make a cute teacher gift with a free SVG for lasers. Hello, I am Katie from thecraftyblogStalker.com, and if you're new to my channel and you love free tutorials, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Here are the supplies I'm using, as well as an SVG that I designed specifically for this project that I have made available for you to download for free. And you can find that complete supply list with links in the description of this video and in the blog post. To start, I'm going to cut my material out using my laser, and I have a 50-watt Ohmtech. I am using a 3mm or 1/16 of an inch MDF board. You can use any material you like. Just make sure that you test your machine settings, because each machine is different and cuts different materials at different settings. I will paint my pieces, so I'm going to put down this piece of scrap paper, and this is what I'm going to paint my pieces on. This is just to protect my surface from the paint. Here are all of the cut pieces of the design. Before I assemble it, I want to paint all of my pieces, but I want to make sure that I'm painting the right side of each piece, so I still assemble this little pencil. To paint my pieces, I'm going to stick them to my paper with some masking tape. This helps me not get paint all over my fingers. Here's my yellow pieces. The wood part of the pencil I'm not going to paint. I'm going to leave it as is, since it's already the color that I want it to be. And I'm going to leave this piece as is. I am not going to paint it. I'll use this plate as my paint palette. I am not going to use a paintbrush to paint with. I'm going to use these little makeup sponges. I'm going to cut one in half. And I'm going to cut this one into thirds, since I am painting 5 colors. I'll start with my white and just dab that in the paint. I'm going to paint this main piece here. Dab it on. Since I'm using MDF, I want to be careful and not apply too much paint, because it can warp my board. I'll let the white dry and I'll move on to my next color. I will repeat with all of my painted pieces, just going in and applying a coat of paint, letting it dry, and moving on to the next color. So now I can go back around and apply the second coat. How many coats you need really just depends on the look you're going with the colors and how vibrant you want that color to be. I'm going to add 3 coats to all of my pieces. So this is my third coat. See how taping them down holds them so well, so I don't have to hold them in my hands. Really helps me from not getting paint all over my fingers. I want to make sure that all of my pieces are completely dry before I start assembling. My pieces are pretty dry, so I'm going to lift up this top main piece. And I am going to add my red and blue stripes to the paper. I'm going to use a ruler, and these are acrylic markers. I've already got the line there, but I'm going to use a ruler just to make sure that I keep them nice and straight. And it's okay that I drew through that, because I'm going to cover it up. I'll do the same for my blue lines. I panicked because I smeared a little bit right there, but then I remembered it's underneath the pencil, so you won't see it, so it is totally fine. I am using just some generic wood glue, and I am going to apply it with a paintbrush, because it gives me much more control, so I don't have excess glue seeping out the sides. I have my base. I'm going to turn that over. I can apply the glue pretty liberally too, because it's a big piece. I'm just going to center that on. For the pencil, put the outline on first, and then we fill it in. This is really where that paintbrush comes in handy. And place the pencil outline. Then start filling it in. It looks cuter and cuter with every piece that you press into place. Isn't that so cute? The inside says a little note to say thanks for being an awesome teacher. Now gift that with a cute little sticky note and maybe a pen, and that makes such a cute gift. Thank you so much for joining me today, and make sure to hop over to my website, thecraftyblogStalker.com, to grab this free laser file. Bye everyone, and happy crafting!